Good evening, my dear students. I hope you all are enjoying your online classes of English and able to understand the concepts. Students, as you all know, we had started with our grammar portion and we had started with the first topic, nouns, in which we have already studied about what is a noun and the four kinds of nouns: common noun, proper noun, collective and abstract noun. In today's lesson, we are going to study about singular and plural noun. So let us begin. What is a singular and a plural noun? Singular nouns refer to one person, place or thing. For example, Ajit bought a gift for his mother. A gift. So singular noun talks of a single thing, something which is one. So in this example, we are talking about one gift that Ajit bought for his mother. But when I say Ajit bought many gifts for his sister, here I am talking of gifts. Means I am talking of a lot of gifts. So this is my plural noun. Plural nouns refer to more than one person, place or thing. Let us see some more examples of plural nouns. Tree, trees. Star, stars. Girl, girls. Fruit, fruits. So in all these cases you can see we have made the plural by adding an S to the word. So when I add an S to tree, it becomes trees. When I add an S to star, it becomes stars. Must remember, only countable nouns can have plural form. So nouns, words that can be counted like table, chair, children, book, pen, I can count all these. So these are known as my countable nouns. Only they will have their plural forms. Whereas something that cannot be counted, like we cannot count air, I cannot count water, I cannot count sugar. These are my uncountable nouns. So they will not have their plural form. So singular noun means something which is talking of a single thing, whereas plural means talking of many things. We have to follow rules to change singular nouns to plural. Now how do I come to know that how to make the plural of a word given to me? The first rule is the plural of nouns ending in S, SS, CH, SH or X is made by adding ES. So what do I mean by this? Look at these examples. Bus, brush, dish. You can see that all these words have their last letter as S or SH. So if any word has the last letter as S or SH, we form its plural by adding ES there. So bus becomes buses, brush becomes brushes, and dish becomes dishes. Nouns ending in O generally form their plural by adding ES. What does this mean? It means that any word or any noun which has the last letter as O, its plural is also formed by adding ES. So mango, hero, tomato, buffalo. You can see that all these words have their last letter as O. So when I am making their plural form, it is made by adding ES in the end. Mango becomes mangoes, hero becomes heroes, tomato becomes tomatoes, and buffalo becomes buffaloes. However, some nouns that end in O form their plural in the normal way. What does this mean? Every word which is ending with the letter O, which has the last letter O, is not necessary will have its plural by adding es. There are some exceptions. Look at these examples: photo, piano, bamboo. All these words are also ending with the last letter O, but when I am making their plural form, I am simply adding an S here. So photo, photos, piano, pianos, bamboo, bamboos. So we have not added es but simply an S. So children, you have to remember that there are some words ending with O where the plural is made by adding es, but that is not the case every time. There are some words ending with O, but when I am making their plural form, we are simply adding an S there. Example: photo, piano and bamboo. Now moving on, nouns ending in F or FE generally form their plurals by changing it into VES. It means that words which have their last letter as F or FE, when I make their plural, we are adding VES. Look at the words here: leaf, knife. Can you see the last letter is an F or an FE? So when I am making its plural, what am I doing? The F or the FE gets removed and in its place we write VES. So leaf becomes leaves, knife becomes knives, loaf becomes loaves, wolf becomes wolves, and thief becomes thieves. But again, we have certain exceptions here. Not every word which has letter F in the end will have VES in its plural. Look at these words: roof, chief, dwarf, hoof. All of them have their last letter as F, but when I am making its plural, I am simply adding an S there. So roof is roofs, chief is chiefs, dwarf is dwarfs, hoof is hoofs. So you have to remember that in these words, we are not adding a VES to form the plural. My next rule says if the nouns end in Y and has a consonant before it, its plural is formed by changing Y into IES. It means that words which have their last letter as Y, when I am making their plural, Y gets removed and in its place comes IES. So baby becomes babies, army becomes armies, lady becomes ladies, so on and so forth. But here if you see, these words are also ending with their last letter as Y, boy, key, monkey. But when I am making their plural form, we are simply adding an S. Why? Because look at the first word, boy. It has last letter as Y, but the letter before that is O, which is a vowel. Similarly, key, the last letter is Y, but the letter before that is E. So O, E are my vowels. So if a word has last letter as Y, but the letter before that is a vowel, in such case, we make the plural by simply adding an S. But here, if my word is ending with Y, but the last letter before that is not a vowel, like B, M, D, T. They are not vowels. So in that case, we make the plural by adding IES. I hope it is clear to all of you. Moving on, a few nouns form their plural by changing the inside vowels. So foot, feet, man, men. We are just changing the vowels inside. The foot, double O has gone and in its place double E has come. Man, men. Tooth, teeth, mouse, mice. We are not adding any ES or IES here. Some words have the same form in singular and the plural. So there are some words in English whose singular and plural stays the same. Deer, deer, sheep, sheep, hare, hare. So it can be used both in singular as well as plural. And there are certain exceptions, certain special cases. There are some words which are used in their plural form always, whereas there are some which are used in the singular form always, like scissors, spectacles. Whenever I speak these words, there is always an S added to it. Similarly, furniture, news, advice, they are always used in the singular form. I never say furnitures or newses or advices. No. So some words are always used in their plural form, whereas some are used in their singular form. Now students, I hope it is clear to you singular and plural nouns and how to form the plural noun. Now here we have a few exercises for you. Look at question 1. It says tick the correct option. So a few set of nouns have been given. You have to find the correct plural word for it. I'll give the answer for the first as an example. Class, classes, classes or class. The correct answer will be classes, the second one. I hope you will be able to do the remaining. Now moving on, question number 2 says, change the underlined nouns into plural. Rewrite the sentence in your rough notebook. So here a set of sentences have been given with the nouns underlined. You have to rewrite the sentence in your notebook and change the noun, underlined noun, from singular to plural. The army went into the valley. So when I change this sentence into the plural form, it will be the armies went into the valleys. And valley, the plural will be with S, because the letter before Y here is E, which is a vowel. So here my plural will be valleys with an S and not IES. Students, I hope singular and plural nouns is clear to you and you will be able to complete both the exercises on your own. Have a good day and I hope to see you next week.